funerals mean different things for different people, depending on our culture or religious background. But generally speaking, when I'm talking about a funeral, I mean when mourners are gathering after someone dies. Typically, the body of the deceased is present and in a coffin. If I'm talking about a memorial service, that's when the body is not present. Somebody has chosen cremation, for example. But our need to commemorate a death goes way back. And sometimes I'll have clients who are dying and say, I don't really care about funerals. We don't need to have one. But others recognize that it's not really for them. It's a way for us to mourn. And it is for the people left behind that a funeral can be beneficial. Throughout the ages, funerals, memorial services, commemorations have been a thing. As Christianity spread through Europe, burial became the dominant funerary practice. They buried bodies mostly in churches and graveyards, with clergy performing funeral rites. Catholic ceremonies were lavish affairs. Mourners created rituals that included large processions, the use of effigies, and elaborate public displays to honor the person who died. And then the Protestant Reformation came, and with a kind of a toned down energy in the services, they were simpler. The centerpiece of the service shifted to the sermon, emphasizing the message over everything else. The funeral industry became more professional, and funeral homes offered a range of services as we get into modern times. Embalming became more common in the Christian world. Cremation also gained popularity. But today, they vary widely. Cultural, religious, personal preferences, and they influence the choices that we're making. Burial and cremation remain popular options, but other alternatives like green and eco-friendly burials have gained attention. And thanks to technology, the internet has helped during otherwise difficult and isolating years. Virtual funerals especially became popular during the pandemic, but it only does so much. I officiated a recent funeral service that had more attendees online than in person, and this troubled me for a lot of reasons. Gathering in person together at funerals has long been a cultural and social practice, and I prefer a physical presence rather than online during these events because it has a ton of benefits. Being physically present allows mourners to connect with each other on a personal and emotional level. Hugs, shared tears, comforting gestures, they provide a level of emotional support that cannot be conveyed virtually. Many cultures and religions have specific funeral rituals that are best experienced in person. That can involve communal prayers and other like psalms that people are singing together. My clients feel less alone when their friends and neighbors join in right next to them. Gathering together also provides a symbolic sense of closure for the bereaved. The physical act of saying goodbye in the presence of others, it helps reduce the risk of denial. I also think there's something magical when we come together. So funerals that include storytelling and reminiscing. Being physically present there allows us to share and hear stories. It creates like a collective memory of the person who passed away. Funerals also bring together people who share a common loss. So it strengthens social support networks as neighbors offer condolences and assistance to each other. All of those nonverbal communication cues that we find so familiar, body language, facial expressions, that plays a crucial role in conveying empathy and support. These events formally acknowledge the one certainty that we all share, no matter our status, race, gender, or background, we are going to die. Funerals and memorial services help us face that reality in a meaningful way. And they also normalize grief, sorrow's appropriate expression, depending on our background and level of observance, allows us to move through the mourning process. And it's often our most reliable way. So give this some thought to in-person ceremonies. You know, these gifts can't be fully received through a Wi-Fi connection. And literally holding each other during times of heartbreak, that's how we heal. It's what we give and receive when we show up to funerals in person. So let's leave our homes, our phones, our computers behind for a few hours and console one another, publicly acknowledging a loss too many have had to face alone, is a way to truly honor the dead and comfort the living. It's why maybe we should consider attending funerals and memorial services and allowing our loved ones, giving them permission to hold a service for us, even if we don't find it necessary ourselves. Many traditions say our souls cannot exit this world without help from rituals. I believe souls left behind can't heal without them either.